Hi everybody, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing much better than I myself. Very fluid today, and I am glad I'm able to join you at a few minutes late. We're at 12:38 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago, and it's Friday. For those of you who are still stuck in a cubicle, it's Friday, so I know you're very happy and excited. It's a kind of day of prepping for the weekend for us business folks, and I had a very interesting conversation with my father this morning, which actually led to the live topic that I'm going to be talking about today: whether or not you actually have time to build a wildly successful business. Okay, and a lot of people say they don't have time, especially moms. Okay, I'm a mother, as you all know. I am a mother of two beautiful girls, and we're expecting our third girl end of May. So, and I've been working this business for almost 5 years now. So for those of you who don't know me, I am a social media manager, digital marketing strategist, online business coach and trainer, and I work particularly with mothers who want to leave that office space and actually become full-time moms, but still be able to build a business online, because motherhood is something that, you know, is needed in our societies. Recently, you know, there was this big hullabaloo, an article about a mother. Well, it turned out it was the grandmother of a baby in a carnival ban. And for those of you who are overseas and you've never heard of carnival, just Google Carnival Trinidad and you will see that maybe a baby is not the best place for that. So, you know, mothers and good mothers who are there raising their kids, spending time with their children, teaching them morals and values is so important. And a lot of the times, if we are stuck in a 9 to 5, we don't have the time nor the energy or resources to be able to do that as effectively as our society needs today. So that is something that I am fully, you know, it's something that I realized very early in my journey as a mother, and I said I was not going to choose, because the livelihood and the welfare of my children was more important than climbing a corporate ladder. But at the same time, we all need to eat, and we can build businesses that become far more successful than just working a day job. And that's what I want to talk about, because one of the things, I was looking at a very old interview that I did with inside our Elite Marketing Pro community that I did a while back. And the question was posed to me: where do I find time to build a business? Because at that time I was working a full-time job. Our daughter was just born, she was a little baby. So the question really was, how do you find time to work on a business? Because you've got a newborn baby, and anybody who's been through the newborn baby process knows that your life has totally become not yours. All right, and then add on top of that a full-time job. So you really ask the question, how do you do it? And my answer was quite simple, right? And the thing is, it's simple, and yet it was one of the, at the time, it was a decision that had to be made that required some effort, that required some sacrifice. And my answer to her was, I gave up NCIS and Big Bang Theory. And I'm sure I've shared this with a lot of my followers before. A lot of my clients have shared this before, because a lot of them come and they say, but I don't have time to work on my business. And I always go through their day with them. Okay? And sometimes whenever we don't have time to do anything, that's maybe what we have to do. We have to go through our day and identify what are the things that we don't need to do. And I'm not talking about hiring a nanny or hiring a house cleaner to do your cleaning. I'm talking about the things that literally waste time. And why I say that this conversation was inspired from a talk that I had with my dad this morning, because my dad actually told me that the Australian Open was going on in January, and up to now he doesn't know. Now, my father, all my life, I've known my father to be an avid tennis watcher. It's like anything going on in tennis, my father knows about. He knows who's playing, he knows what's going on, blah blah blah. And he informs me. So I didn't think anything was going on in tennis, in the tennis world, because my father hadn't informed me. But you know what happened? he realized, and sometimes it takes, you know, a little shake in the head, but he said to himself, you know, these guys playing tennis, they're making millions as they play, and I'm sitting down wasting my time watching them make their millions. And that was literally the same eureka moment I had when it came to NCIS and Big Bang Theory. That we sit down and waste our time that we could be doing on something else, watching these people make millions, okay? And we're talking about movie stars, all right? So you sit down and you watch Big Bang Theory, you're watching Sheldon make $1 million every episode. And the episode is only 22 minutes. 23 minutes with ads, right? It's 23 minutes without ads. You're watching Sheldon Cooper, or whatever his real name is, make $1 million while you could have used that 23 minutes or 30 minutes, if you're including the ads, on something productive for your business. Likewise with NCIS, likewise with Grey's Anatomy, likewise with Scandal, and all of these other shows that literally do nothing for you, okay? And the reality is, that's the type of process that I take a lot of people through. It's like, what does your day look like? If you spend more than an hour watching television, you've just wasted an hour that you could have put towards building your business. And let me tell you, an hour of focused, constructive work makes a huge difference in your business, okay? Just as I said at the beginning of the year, if you have those six most important things that you keep listed, all right, you've got 6 most important things that you have to do every day. What you will soon realize is that your efficiency at doing your work becomes so much faster, and that in an hour you can do maybe 3 things or 4 things, and then you start to get more things done. Now let's say if you add more time, because time is never the issue. All right, we talked about this before in many of our chats. Time is never the issue. The issue is you and your commitment. All right, the issue is you and your management of self. And when I looked at that interview, I mean, obviously I was very young and green in the industry, but I looked at it and I said, you know, it was amazing that I actually made that decision and realized. And at the time, I was an NCIS junkie. Ziva was still on the show, and I was just like, I could not get enough NCIS, okay? I would watch NCIS reruns. I would watch NCIS every Tuesday when it came on. I think at the time it was either 8 Eastern or maybe it's still 8 Eastern, who knows. I would watch all the reruns, okay? And reruns, we know, don't last an hour. Reruns last maybe 2-3 hours. Sometimes I'd actually have to set a limit because the reruns were going on so long. And don't get me started if they had like a marathon, an all-day marathon. So giving up NCIS for me was giving up a lot of hours in order for me to be able to convert that into work. And it was beneficial. It was beneficial, it was profitable, and it allowed me to build my business that much faster, even while working a full-time job. Because I firmly believe that if you are at a job and you're working, don't build your business there. Because if you build your business at your job, you're going to have the same work ethic for your own business. You'll always want to be doing something other than what you're supposed to be working on. If you're at your job and you are building a business right now, build your business in the pockets of your life. And the pockets of your life can increase to buckets, basins, bathtubs if you give up the little things like watching millionaires make money on TV. Okay? That is my message. I want you to take that with you this weekend and think about it, especially on weekends. On weekends, we do a lot of catch-up of TV shows. Any business person, all right? I'm not saying don't watch any TV. But there are few. Ask any successful business person. Ask them what they watch on TV. It's probably Bloomberg. Some clip about, you know, what are these stock markets doing right now? What's happening in news? They watch one news segment because guess what? Every news segment is the same thing. It's the same news repeated over and over again. So they don't need to watch news all day. They just need to watch maybe a half an hour segment. But television for entertainment, okay? So I want you to think about that, especially this weekend when you want to go and catch up on those weekend shows that you like to watch. Think about the time that you could replace watching TV with applying it to building, as we say, a widely successful business. You can only do it if you make those decisions, make those, as we say, what's the word? Oh, my brain is frozen. But you know, we make those choices, this for that, trade-offs, that's it. You've got to trade off something in order to build your business. And it's either you waste your time watching television or be entertained, or you start building a business so that you could actually use money for entertainment that's beyond television. Maybe you could actually go to the Grand Canyon instead of watching millionaires on a fake show. Go to the Great Canyon. All right, Grand Canyon, I'm sorry. Okay, let's think about this and let's put things into perspective. If you're gonna build a business, you've got to spend the time and you've got to make those trade-offs and choices about where and what you're gonna do at that time, especially as a busy mom. As a busy mom, yes, you may think that, oh, I want to relax for a little bit. Well, relax while reading a book. How about that? Instead of just watching mindless TV, relax and read a book that's going to help you generate some ideas for your business. Hey, just an idea. So have a great weekend. We know we're going into the weekend. Have a great one. Today is Friday. And keep me in your thoughts and prayers as I am going through a little bit of head cold here. You know, as pregnant women, we can't take any medication. All right. So anyway, y'all have a great one, and I will see you Monday. If you like this video and if you think that there's somebody out there, somebody you love who's dear to you, and you know that they're struggling with this, share this video with them. All right, they need to hear it, and maybe it was you that needed to hear it, but share it with your friends, family, anybody who you know is right now, you know, wasting time instead of building their business, instead of building their dream. And if you want to chat with me, all you've got to do is click on the link in the description of this video. It's HillaryDeFreitas.com/strategy. Right, gotta remember that. My brain is just like on freeze today. It's a free 30-minute strategy session with me. We go through a little bit about your business, who you are, what are your dreams, what are your passions, what's holding you back. All right, so schedule that session with me, free 30 minutes of my time, and advice, wisdom, knowledge, whatever I can share, and we'll chat. Okay, have a great one, and don't forget to like the page. If you're on YouTube watching this as replay, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share. Bye everybody.